She said, I'm not sure I understand. Hello friends, my name is Troy. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm so excited. Let me tell you why, but I think that for like the first time in a few months, I've came up with like a creative video idea. I was like thinking about a video kind of like in the recommendation style where I recommend you books, but then I was like, how cool would it be to recommend random books? So I was like, what if I ask Siri for like book coordinates? Like I have 10 shelves, so I'll go 1 through 10, then I'll go 1 through 30 because some of my shelves have like an abnormal amount of books. So I'll go 1 through 30 and then I'll pick a shelf number and then a book number, and then I'll tell you guys about that book and if I recommend it or not. So it's like random book recommendations, like Siri recommends you books. So yeah, I don't know if this has been done before, but I just thought it was a super fun idea and we're just gonna jump straight into it. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and let's get into the first book. Alrighty, let's see if Siri holds out on me here, but hi Siri. Siri. Okay, pick a random number 1 through 10.
That would be 4.
She said 4, so that is this shelf right here. Alright, now pick a number between 1 and 30.
That would be 14.
Alright, 14, okay. Okay, so we have Fablehaven, Rise of the Evening Star. If it lands on a series, I'm just going to recommend the whole series. So this is the Fablehaven series by Brandon Mull. This series is a middle grade series, and I actually would recommend this to you guys. So Siri did come off with like a strong first pick here. So this book is basically about this boy named Seth and a girl named Kendra, and they are suddenly like transformed into this new world as like their parents are going away on vacation, and so they're stuck with their grandparents, yet they don't know that their whole like estate, their grandparents' estate, is like this magical like animal preserve, and it's so cool and has a lot of hidden secrets. So as they start kind of like solving all these like mysteries and riddles and like clues to get them like more acclimated with the world, and like there's like these like witches, and like suddenly one night everything goes awry and their grandparents go missing, and they have to kind of delve into this new world with all these dangerous creatures and kind of like rescue their grandparents. And I just think everything about this series is literally so amazing. I was lucky to get these 2 books sent to me, but I need to get the other ones. I'm definitely interested in keeping on reading. Brandon Mull is such a great fantasy like middle grade author. His books are so imaginative, so creative, and like what I would give to be able to be in his head, because I could just imagine writing this and being so much more immersed in the world than being like a reader and not really knowing the full details. I could go on a rant about how different the view is from an author and a reader, but I'm not going to. Let's just get into the next one. Hey Siri. Oh, she did something this time. Okay, anyways. She said, I'm not sure I understand. Pick a number between 1 and 10.
It's 7.
7. It's the Keeper Lost City shelf. Yay. Alright, pick a random number between 1 and 30.
It's 25.
Oh, you have to make me count a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, so basically the Keeper Lost City series, this whole shelf is pretty much Keeper Lost Cities. There's only like the infernal devices, so it was bound to be picked on this series, and I just want to say, totally recommend. I know a lot of you guys watching have read this because you've come from my other channel about it, but this series is basically about this 12-year-old girl named Sophie Foster who can hear other people's thoughts. She thinks that she's like this alienated, like isolated person. She doesn't have anyone else to go to with this like power. She doesn't want to be like strapped to the lab tables. They have people testing on her for her abilities, and so she keeps it to herself. And one day, this boy with beautiful blue teal eyes comes up to her, and he finds out that like the other guy has telepath powers too, and he realizes that she is an elf and that there's a whole nother like elven society. And so she goes into this world, and like a secret organization passing her notes and like kind of messing with her head. There's like these hidden memories kind of like unleashing. This is my favorite series as of now. I don't know if that's gonna change, but it's definitely like such a light story that's like impacted me a lot in terms of my reading journey. I don't think I would be here on BookTube without this series, and so totally recommend Keeper Lost Cities just for the fast plot, great storytelling, and this great plot. I also really think like the characters are all unique, fun, and like the world is such a great way to explore. I love like the elven technologies, all the different ways that like their world works, and like how she's like built this like almost entirely new culture and technology, and just like this system with like these cracks, with these like kind of bad placed systems, and like we're trying to solve that through the series. So yeah, definitely recommend. On to the next one. Hey Siri. If you do not have like the default Siri voice, that's a problem. Like that is such a violation. Why are you hating on my Siri? Pick a random number between 1 and 10.
A random number between 1 and 10 is 5.
Ooh, she went on like a literary analysis with this one. Oh, this shelf right here added some new books that I got in the mail. Oh, pick a random number between 1 and 30.
The answer is 7.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 books in the Mortal Instruments series. It goes right to Aragon. Siri, oh my freaking gosh, is picking the best recommendations. I need to do like some sort of like TBR game with Siri, because like the fact that she's picked like some of my favorite books of last year, wow. Anyways, Aragon is this really great, like rich, almost like middle grade plus, or even kind of like a YA. You could really debate it, but fun series about this boy named Aragon who's in the spine. He's in like his town of Caraval, and he's traveling and hunting in the woods. When he finds this blue stone, he takes it back to his cottage that he lives in with his uncle and his brother. It hatches into a dragon one day. He does not expect it. He has to hide the dragon from his family, and he's the only one keeping the secret because he knows he will be captured by the Empire if anyone found out. One day, the Razak, these monsters, are kind of like going up and trying to find this dragon egg because they find out that the Emperor was actually chasing down the dragon egg. They trash like all of Aragon's home, kill his father Garrow, and so only him and his brother are alive. Aragon, with the help of an old storyteller named Brahm, runs away and trains with Brahm and tries to go to the Varden, I think that's what it's called, and they are basically like a rebel against the Empire. And basically this journey sparks like him all the way to like trying to kill the king, the current king, the Emperor Galbatorix. And there's just so much fun along the way with like different dragons and different characters, and like I'm so stoked to have read the series. Like the amount of detail, like it's all like such like rich and condensed story, and like such well storytelling too. It has such like a medieval feel to it, and I always just feel so immersed when reading this series. So yeah, definitely recommend that if you're looking for like an immersive, like kind of medievalish kind of fantasy, rich, high fantasy book. Yeah. Hey Siri, pick a number between 1 and 10.
A random number between 1 and 10 is 8.
Alright, we're going into the Siri King Show. Pick a random number between 1 and 20.
The answer is 1.
Okay. So that is the Assassin's Blade, which is part of the Throne of Glass series. Oh my gosh. Siri out here recommending the best books. They're like the most popular books too. So Siri knows what's hype. Siri knows what's like the most read, the most reviewed, all that stuff, because this is like one of the most popular books on my shelves. This book is basically, if you haven't heard about me already talking about this book, but Throne of Glass is basically about this girl named Selena who's in the salt mines up in Dovier. She gets the chance for freedom after her like whole crimes of murdering and being an assassin, and she gets the chance to have freedom at the glass castle Rithfold. Of course she says yes, so she's off to Aderlin, and she gets involved in this romance between the captain of the guard and the crown prince of Aderlin, and she's in this competition with 23 other like thieves and criminals and soldiers, basically people that have wronged the king, to become the king's champion, to take down the king. And of course after the championship there's a lot that has to deal with like politics and kingdoms and like battling for Terrasen, the north versus the south, and getting allies and troops for war, and battling with magic, and you know, training magic. Like there's just so much in the series, and so much like work, what was I gonna say, like identity. That's like a lot of like thematic topics almost, like with kind of like magic, in regards to magic and identity. But you could definitely like have a whole like literary analysis about this book. It's just so poetic, so beautiful, and I think the series just gets better and better, honestly, as you go on with the new perspectives. Like, it kind of starts out with just Selena's perspective, and like there's like a few other characters here willy-nilly, but then like by the end of the last book, like Selena's only like a eighth of the portion. Like there's like probably, I think I counted like 15 perspectives by the end of the books. Like it's crazy. So yeah, definitely another good book recommendation by Siri. Pick 1 through 10.
Sorry, I missed that. Could you say it again, please?
Miss Girl, pick a number 1 through 10.
It's 3.
She responded 1 through 10, please. I mean 1 through 20.
Here's what I found.
Pick random number 1 through 20.
It's 9.
Alright, let's do it. It is Wonder by R.J. Palacchio. My sister actually was like, oh, you have Wonder? She was like looking at my bookshelf the other day. She's like, oh, you have Wonder? Let me go borrow it. And she read the whole thing in a few days. And so, love that for her. But this book is honestly such a cute, like, adorable middle grade that has a lot of, like, good themes in it. It's basically set with this boy who has, like, a disease. I don't know how to, like, explain it. but like his face is kind of like deformed, and so like it says like, I won't describe what I look like, whatever you're thinking, it's probably worse. He does not want to go into like middle school. He's like really self-conscious. He has like a bunch of insecurities with himself, and like this is kind of his journey to like kicking butt, taking back everyone, and then like kind of like a journey for himself, like to get more confident in himself, because as he goes through this whole journey in middle school, of course there's some downs, there's some really low, like heartbreaking, heart-wrenching, like emotional points for him, but there's also some like like along the way he learns so much, he gains some friends, like, and it's just literally the most heartwarming thing ever just to see his journey throughout this whole book. Like, I just think it's the cutest thing ever. I think like this is such an important read, just to kind of like put ourselves in other people's shoes. Like, it's so important to do that. This is what I always say, like, I just love having diverse characters in books, because like we get to know so many people's experiences, and I think that's when we really make progress as like a society. It's like when we all like kind of team up together and we read. We team up together and we read. Like, we team up together, we hear each other's like opinions and what we have to say, and like we get it, and so we can all build a better society for everyone, instead of just building a society for like only, you know, the richest or the most elite people. That was like so much motivational like speaking, right? I don't know what that came out of me, but like there you go. I hope you needed that on this fine Saturday. Alrighty, so I think that wraps up this video. I hope I got enough content. I can't really judge how long this video is gonna be, but yeah, hopefully that comes to a good length video. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really thought that this was a fun idea. If you want a part 2, leave a like down below, because I will definitely do that. We'll see. I just think it would definitely be a fun, I think this could be a fun like monthly thing, maybe random like recommendation videos, and I definitely do have some ideas for other random videos that I could do. If you have any other like fun, like creative, like video suggestions that I could do for this channel, like other challenges, that would be amazing, because I definitely am looking for more of those like creative, unique ideas that I could do on this channel. Make sure to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe down below for supporting me, and I think we are hopefully at 1,800 when you guys see this. Like, hopefully it says 1.8k. That'd be super cool. Thank you guys so much for the support recently. Like, I'll explain it probably in another video, but it's actually kind of been insane. So thank you guys so much for everything. Love you guys more than anything, and I'll leave the last video up there. Leave a comment down below. I'll definitely be responding to like 80% of those. So yeah, love you guys. Seriously, you guys are the best. Gratitude and affection for all of you. Bye! Woo! Basically the story about this. Ooh, someone's talking outside. I'm about to say.